From Upper Michigan Source, this is your Sports on Demand for Wednesday, November 15th. I'm Mike Ludlum. The NMU volleyball team is the second seed in the GLIAC postseason tournament, and the Wildcats entertained number 7 Davenport last night at Vandeman Arena. Wildcats won the first two sets 25-15 and 25-13, so let's go to number 3. Rachel Braunschweig passes to Jamie Hogaboom to Kayla Choza, and down that one goes. One of her dozen kills. Wildcats had a small lead, but head coach Mike Lozier could see his team was taking its collective foot off the pedal. For the Panthers, Sydney Tracer sets GLIAC South Division Player of the Week Chrissy Dill for one of her 10 kills. The Wildcats would counter moments later with GLIAC North Division Player of the Week Sarah Keene. She led NMU with 13 kills and a .458 hitting percentage. Hogaboom had 51 assists, one here to Madison Whitehead, who had 11 kills, but it was the Panthers who won the third set 25-23. Fourth set, NMU back in control. An ace by Gabriela Martinez brought the Wildcats within 2 points of the match. And NMU won the fourth set 25-19 and the match 3-1. However, Davenport definitely showed improvement from its first visit to the UP.
To Davenport's credit, they played really well. Their defense stepped up, their blocking stepped up, and it put a little pressure on us. And unfortunately, we stepped back for a moment, but that fourth set, we came back and took care of business.
That's why we still kind of stayed calm, because we knew that at the end of the day, it was our mistakes that we were that was causing us to not do as well. So once we knew we had to bounce back, it worked well.
Yeah, we just let them have some of the control. We were still in control of the set, but we just let them get more points than we should have.
So the Wildcats reached the GLIAC semifinals. Could Michigan Tech do the same? The Huskies were hosting Tiffin. First set action. Laura DeMarchi sets Lauren Emmert off the block and good for one of her 13 kills, 9-8 Huskies. Short time later, great acrobatic dig by Haley Hart to DeMarchi. Olivia Gormley for the kill. One of her 11, Huskies up by 4 at 12-8. Jump the set point, and DeMarchi will set Macaulay Peterson for one of her 10 kills, 25-22 Michigan Tech. They won the next two sets 25-18 and 25-16 to take the match 3-0. So it will be NMU and Michigan Tech Saturday at 5:30, but the match will not be in the Upper Peninsula. It will end up being at Ferris State because the Bulldogs were the top seed, and Ferris State easily defeated Ashland 3-0. A minor upset, Wayne State over number 4 Grand Valley State 3-2 and 15-9 in the fifth. And in Big Ten volleyball, Michigan defeated 8th-ranked MSU 3-0. It's been 4 decades since the West Iron County football team won a regional title. The Whitecons faced Saginaw Nouvelle Catholic Central in a Division VIII semifinal Friday night at the Superior Dome. 40 years ago, the Whitecons defeated a team called Saginaw Saints Peter and Paul 38-14 in the second round, which back then was a semifinal. That school apparently closed after the 1983 season, and Saginaw Nouvelle started in 1984. After practicing at Michigan Tech yesterday, West Iron County visited the Superior Dome for a workout late this morning. The Whitecon scout team is trying to run the variety of formations the Panthers will probably use in the game. The Panthers actually don't have that many plays, but they use different sets to confuse the defense. Whitecon's coach Mike Baruti says his team is making progress.
We have a pretty good plan in place. It's recognizing the formations, recognizing the 5 wide, the quad receivers. They have a big quarterback with a strong arm. They like to put pressure on you throwing the ball deep. A lot of motions, and it's going to be a tough task on Friday.
I wait till the back judge is flashing his numbers and counting down, and time of possession is going to be huge.
It's a little different, but I think we'll get used to it quick, and having to be able to practice today, it really helps out.
Kickoff from the Superior Dome Friday at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 Central Time. The game can be seen on FoxSportsDetroit.com in the Prep Zone section. TV6's Seth Wells will also be at the Dome and have highlights and comments on Friday's TV6 Late News. The NMU women's basketball team doesn't play its first game at home until Thursday, November 30th against Northwood. If you think that's bad, the Wildcats play 3 games in 4 days starting tomorrow at Concordia St. Paul. That's followed by a Saturday contest at Minnesota Crookston and a Sunday game at Minnesota State Moorhead. Wildcats head coach Troy Mattson talks about that lovely non-conference schedule.
Concordia St. Paul, we play on Thursday. They just beat the number 3 team in the country on Saturday. And they came in here and beat us here last year in a real close game. So it's going to be a definite challenge. Crookston has been an improving program over the years and gave us a real battle here last year. I think we won by 5 or 6. And going over to their home court, they returning everybody. They were playing sophomores and freshmen like we were. And like I said, Moorhead's returns everybody off of a national tournament team last year. So I told you our non-conference schedule is just brutal.
Michigan Tech almost matches that with 3 games in 5 days, beginning tomorrow at Minnesota State Moorhead, Friday at Minnesota Crookston, but Tech does return home next Monday to host Minnesota Duluth. A couple other things to catch up on. Central Michigan football defeated Ball State last night 42-23. Good night for a couple of the Upper Peninsula players. St. Ignace's Joe Ostman had 11 totals on 8 solos and 3 assists, and he had a sack. And Ishpeming's Alex Briones, 9 tackles on 7 solos and 2 assists. He also recovered a fumble and had a quarterback hurry plus a sack. So good night for those 2 guys.